Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of British coinage to uncover the top 5 most valuable United Kingdom 10 pence coins ever released, from rare mint marks and special designs to those that are worth far more than their face value, depending on condition. Whether your 10p is shiny, circulated, or even dirty, you might be surprised to learn that some of these small silver coins have sold for astonishing prices at auctions. So sit back, grab your magnifying glass, and let's explore which 10 pence coins could be hiding serious value in your collection. Let's get started. First up, the United Kingdom 10 pence coin from 1992, found in circulated fine condition. You might think a 10p coin isn't worth much, but what if I told you that this small silver-colored coin actually has a story of transformation, rarity, and collector interest? Stay tuned as we explore its history, unique features, collector demand, and even how much it's worth in US dollars at auctions today. The story of the 1992 10 pence coin begins during a major change in British coinage. Before 1992, the 10p coin was large, about the same size as the old florin. However, due to complaints about size and convenience, the Royal Mint decided to reduce its dimensions, so, in 1992, the small-sized 10 pence coin was introduced. It was made from cupronickel, weighing 6.5 grams and measuring 24.5 millimeters in diameter. This new coin replaced the older, larger version that had been in use since decimalization in 1968. Also marked the start of a new era for the 10 pence piece, one that would become a mainstay of British pockets for decades to come. The 1992 10 pence coin carries the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael McLouth. In this design, the Queen is shown wearing the George IV state diadem, and her portrait faces right. As is tradition on British coins, on the reverse side, we see the emblem of the part of the royal shield, the lion passant guardant, a long-standing symbol of England. The design was originally by Christopher Ironside, who created many of the decimal coin designs introduced in 1971. The coin's edge is milled, giving it that classic reeded texture, and its metallic shine comes from its cupronickel composition, 75% copper and 25% nickel. In circulated or fine condition, the coin may show minor scratches, fading of the shine, and slight wear on the Queen's hair and the lion design, which helps determine its grade and value. Now, you might be wondering, is the 1992 10 pence rare? Well, the Royal Mint produced 1.41 billion of these coins in 1992, which sounds like a huge number. However, what makes it interesting for collectors today is the transition year factor. It was the first year of the smaller-sized 10p, making it historically significant. Many people hoarded these coins when the change occurred, while others spent them without realizing their importance. Over time, most have been heavily circulated, scratched, or even melted down during later redesigns. So, while the 1992 10p isn't considered ultra-rare, finding one in high-grade condition such as uncirculated or proof is quite desirable among collectors. Even in fine or circulated condition, some collectors like to add it to their change-size transition collections, as it represents a key turning point in modern British currency history. Let's talk about value, the part everyone's curious about. In circulated fine condition, a 1992 10 pence coin typically sells for around $421,000 depending on its wear and shine. However, in uncirculated or mint condition, the same coin can fetch $3 to $8 and even more if graded by a professional service like NGC or PCGS at auctions. Some pristine examples, particularly those in brilliant uncirculated sets, have sold for up to $314,000, especially when part of a full 1992 mint set. While it might not make you rich, this coin carries great historical and collectible value that continues to grow as older 10p coins disappear from circulation. If you're looking to collect the 1992 10 pence coin, here are some smart tips. Check condition. Carefully look for coins with minimal scratches, full detail on the lion, and clear lettering around the edge. Avoid overly cleaned coins. Harsh cleaning lowers collector value. Natural toning is better. Store properly. Keep your coins in acid-free holders or plastic sleeves to prevent corrosion. Consider collecting the series. Build a full set of 10p coins from 1992 to present. Many collectors enjoy tracing the evolution of the design. Check for mint errors. Though rare, double strikes or off-center errors can raise the value significantly. To sum it up, the United Kingdom 10 pence 1992 may seem like an ordinary coin, but it holds historical importance as the first year of the smaller 10p design. While it's not extremely rare, it still attracts attention from collectors due to its role in Britain's decimal coinage history. In fine circulated condition, it's worth modestly in dollars, but in uncirculated or proof state, it can fetch a nice premium. So next time you come across a 1992 10 pence coin, don't just spend it, take a closer look. You might be holding a small but meaningful piece of British monetary history. Next up, the United Kingdom 10 pence coin from 1996, a coin that might look ordinary at first glance, but has an interesting place in British numismatic history. Whether you found one in your old coin jar, or you're curious about its worth in fine condition, This video will cover everything from its history and design to its collector demand and actual market value in US dollars. So, stay tuned till the end to discover whether your 1996 10p could be worth more than you think. Let's start with a bit of background. The 10 pence coin was first introduced in 1968, 2 years before the UK fully switched to decimal currency in 1971. The original 10p coins were larger and made of cupronickel. By 1992, however, the Royal Mint reduced the coin size to make it lighter and more convenient to carry. This is the smaller version that we still use today. The 1996 10 pence coin belongs to this smaller size series. It was struck under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, featuring her third definitive portrait designed by Raphael McLouf. This was one of the last few years this particular portrait was used before it was replaced in 1998 by the Ian Rank Broadley design. The 1996 issue represents an interesting transitional period in modern UK coinage, bridging the older and newer designs that many collectors look for today. Now, let's talk about the coin's features. The obverse side of the 1996 10 pence displays the elegant crown portrait of Queen Elizabeth II facing right, with a Latin inscription Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 1996, which translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. On the reverse, we have the powerful design of a crowned lion passant guardant, representing strength, courage, and the long-standing British monarchy. The designer of this reverse image was Christopher Ironside, a well-known artist who contributed many iconic designs to the decimal coinage series. The coin is made of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it a silver-like shine that holds up well over time, even in circulated condition and fine condition. The details of the lion, the lettering, and the Queen's portrait should still be clearly visible, although some minor wear from circulation is expected. It's not considered a rare design variant, but condition and errors can play a significant role in determining its value. When it comes to rarity, the 1996 10 pence coin is not extremely rare in general circulation. Millions were minted. However, what makes certain pieces collectible are condition, minting errors, and metal composition quality. Coins that show off-center strikes, double dyes, or unusual color toning can attract significant collector attention. Even in damaged or heavily circulated condition, there is still modest collector interest. That's because some enthusiasts try to build complete year sets of 10 pence coins, and even worn examples help them fill the gaps. While these damaged coins might only fetch a few cents in the open market, a unique error piece, even scratched or worn, can occasionally sell for $5 to $15 depending on the rarity of the floor. Now, for the most anticipated part, the current market value. A standard 1996 10 pence coin in fine circulated condition generally sells for $213,000, depending on the overall eye appeal. If the coin is in extremely fine or uncirculated condition, it might be worth between $114,000 to collectors looking for better preserved examples. However, error coins or proof quality strikes have been known to sell for more. At online auction platforms like eBay or dedicated numismatic sites, some well-preserved 1996 10 pence coins have fetched up to $321,000 when sold to specialized collectors, especially those outside the UK who find these pieces harder to obtain. Keep in mind that market trends fluctuate as older UK coins become scarcer in circulation. Their collectible value slowly increases. If you're collecting or planning to sell your 1996 10 pence coin, here are a few important tips. Check the condition carefully. Fine or better grades hold the most value. Look for clear details on the lion and the Queen's hairlines. Inspect for minting errors. Small details like off-center strikes or extra metal near the lettering can significantly boost value. Avoid cleaning your coins. Cleaning can scratch or dull the surface, reducing their numismatic worth. Store them properly. Keep them in coin holders or acid-free plastic sleeves to prevent tarnish and damage. Follow the market. Coin values can change depending on collector trends, auction results, and rarity recognition over time. In conclusion, the United Kingdom 10 pence coin from 1996 might not be a life-changing discovery, but it holds a fascinating story in the evolution of British currency. While its base value is modest, fine condition examples and rare error varieties can still bring in collectors and small profits in the auction world. It's a wonderful coin to keep if you're building a UK decimal collection or just enjoy the artistry of Royal Mint designs. So, next time you come across a 1996 10 pence in your change, take a closer look. Who knows? You might be holding a small but meaningful piece of numismatic history. Next up, the United Kingdom 10 pence coin from 1997, found in very fine condition. While it might seem like just another small silver coin, this particular year holds a unique spot in UK numismatic history. We'll explore its background, design, rarity, and most importantly, how much it could be worth in the auction market in US dollars. So grab your cup of tea, sit back, And let's dive deep into the story of the 1997 10 pence coin. To understand the 1997 10 pence, we need to look at how it fits into the broader timeline of British coinage. The 10 pence coin was originally introduced in 1968, just before the UK switched to the decimal system in 1971. The early coins were large and heavy, made of cupronickel. But in 1992, the Royal Mint reduced the size of the 10p coin to make it smaller, lighter, and more convenient for everyday use. By 1997, the coin had fully transitioned into the smaller size cupronickel version, which is still used today. The obverse side at that time featured the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by Raphael Makhlouf, who captured her wearing the royal diadem. Interestingly, 1997 was the final year this portrait was used before it was replaced by Ian Rank Broadley's fourth portrait in 1998. This makes the 1997 issue a transitional year, an appealing feature for collectors who enjoy coins marking changes in design or history. Now let's look at what makes the 1997 10 pence coin visually and technically distinct. On the obverse side, you'll find Queen Elizabeth II facing right, wearing the regal diadem crown. The inscription around her reads Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 1997 inch, which translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. The reverse side of the coin features the famous crowned lion passant guardant, a heraldic symbol of England representing power, bravery, and monarchy. This design was the work of Christopher Ironside, one of Britain's most respected coin designers. The coin is made from cupronickel, 75% copper, 25% nickel, giving it a bright silver appearance and strong durability. It weighs 6.5 grams and measures 24.5 millimeters in diameter. In very fine condition, you can expect to see clear details on the lion's manet, the crown, and the Queen's facial features, though with slight smoothing on the highest points due to normal handling and circulation wear. When it comes to rarity, the 1997 10 pence isn't considered rare in the general sense. Over hundreds of millions were produced for circulation. However, the appeal lies in its transitional importance, marking the last year of the Makhlouf portrait before the major design shift in 1998. For collectors who want a complete timeline of Queen Elizabeth II's portrait series, the 1997 issue is an essential piece. Even in damaged or circulated condition, these coins hold some collector interest. Coins that are scratched, tarnished, or bent may only fetch a small amount, around $535,000, but they're often kept by hobbyists as fillers until better examples are found. The more intriguing aspect is the minting errors that occasionally appear on 1997 10p coins. For instance, off-center strikes, die cracks, or misaligned designs can raise the value significantly, sometimes reaching $625,000 depending on severity and condition. While not rare in circulation, finding a very fine or better example is becoming less common today, as most coins from the 1990s have suffered decades of wear. This is why collectors are starting to appreciate high-quality examples of this coin more than ever before. Now, let's talk about what everyone wants to know: how much is a 1997 10 pence worth today? In very fine condition, the coin's market value generally ranges between 75 cents and $534,000. This might not sound like much, but it's worth more than its face value and continues to grow as older decimal coins vanish from everyday circulation. If your 1997 10p coin is in extremely fine or uncirculated condition, it could be valued between $431,000, especially if it retains its original luster and sharp strike. Proof versions or coins preserved in mint sets can sometimes sell for $325,000, depending on demand on major auction platforms like eBay or UK coin trading sites. Certain listings for error-struck 1997 10 pence coins have sold for $122,000, proving that condition and uniqueness truly drive collector interest. Always check recent auction results, because coin values can fluctuate with collector demand and global interest in British currency. If you're collecting or planning to sell a 1997 10 pence coin, here are some essential tips. Inspect the condition carefully. For a coin to be classified as very fine, the major details must be clear, with minimal flattening on raised areas. Avoid cleaning your coin. Cleaning can damage the surface and drastically reduce value. Natural patina is preferred. Store your coin safely. Use acid-free holders or coin flips to prevent scratches and oxidation. Look for rare errors. Even minor minting mistakes can increase a coin's value exponentially. Track market trends. The popularity of certain British decimal coins has risen recently, especially among international collectors. Staying informed and patient can help you recognize a valuable piece when you see one or when you decide to sell. In conclusion, the United Kingdom 10 pence coin from 1997 is more than just small change. It's a piece of British history marking the end of an important era in coin design. While it may not be exceptionally rare, examples in very fine or higher condition are growing more desirable among collectors, Especially as the years pass and pristine pieces become harder to find if you happen to own one, take a moment to appreciate its craftsmanship and significance. And who knows, with a bit of patience and the right buyer, your 1997 10 pence could fetch a nice little profit on the collector's market. Next up, the United Kingdom 10 pence coin from 1992, even in dirty or circulated condition. You might think a grimy old coin isn't worth much, but sometimes the stories behind these coins make them treasures in disguise. Whether you found one in your change or tucked away in an old drawer, stay tuned as we uncover its history, features, rarity, and current market value in dollars, and share some expert tips for collectors looking to add or sell this piece. The 1992 UK 10 pence coin holds a special place in the timeline of modern British currency. It marked an important transition in the coin's design and production. Originally introduced in 1968, the 10 pence coin was part of the UK's move toward decimalisation, replacing the old shilling and helping modernise the British currency system. However, in 1992, the Royal Mint made a significant change. They reduced the size and weight of the 10 pence coin. This was done to make it more convenient for everyday use and to align it with similar-sized coins from other countries. The 1992 issue was the first year of the smaller-sized 10p, which makes it historically significant. Coins from that year carry the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Maklouf, and on the reverse, the famous lion passant guardant, a symbol of Britain's strength and heritage. Despite being a common circulation coin, it marked the beginning of a new era for the denomination. Let's talk about what makes the 1992 10 pence coin stand out. This coin is struck in cupronickel, a durable metal alloy composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it that distinctive silvery appearance. The diameter of the new smaller coin was 24.5 millimeters, compared to the previous larger version, which was 28.5 millimeters, and it weighed 6.5 grams. On the obverse side, you'll see Queen Elizabeth II's portrait facing right, with the legend Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 1992 10 pence inscribed around her. The reverse side showcases the proud crowned lion, a powerful emblem that has long represented England and the monarchy. Even if your coin is dirty or has lost some of its shine, these design details remain important. Collectors often appreciate the history and craftsmanship behind such coins, even when they show clear signs of age or wear. Now, let's discuss rarity, an essential factor that determines a coin's worth. The 1992 10 pence was produced in very large quantities, with tens of millions minted for circulation. That means it's not a rare coin in general, especially when found in circulated or dirty condition. However, its historical importance as the first smaller-sized issue does make it more interesting to collectors who focus on transitional coin designs. In dirty or damaged condition, the collector demand is usually low, but not non-existent. Some collectors love assembling full chronological sets, including both the large and small 10p coins from before and after 1992. This means even a worn or tarnished coin can have small value to the right buyer. Additionally, if the coin shows any minting errors, such as misstrikes or off-center designs, it could fetch a higher price despite its condition. Now comes the part everyone wants to know: how much is it worth? The 1992 UK 10 pence coin in dirty or heavily circulated condition generally sells for between $425,000, depending on the degree of wear and whether it's part of a bulk collection or sold individually. If your coin is in better condition, say, fine or very fine, the value could rise to around $1 to $2. However, if you have an uncirculated or proof version from a collector set, that could be worth $314,000 or even more, especially if sold through an online auction platform like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or British numismatic sites. While it's not among the highest value coins in British history, its collectible charm and link to the size reduction of UK coinage in 1992 make it a small but meaningful find. If you're holding on to a 1992 10 pence coin, here are a few tips to make the most of it. Don't over-clean the coin. Harsh cleaning can reduce its collectible value. Light rinsing with warm soapy water is fine, but avoid scrubbing or using chemicals. Check for mint errors. Look for off-center strikes, double lettering, or unusual metal tones. These can significantly increase value. Store properly. Keep your coin in a dry, cool place using coin holders or acid-free flips to prevent further tarnishing. Build a set. Try collecting both the pre-1992 large and post-1992 small 10 pence coins. This makes for a nice historical collection. Monitor auction sites. Prices can rise unexpectedly if collectors show renewed interest, especially around anniversary years. In conclusion, the United Kingdom 10 pence coin from 1992 might not make you rich overnight, but it's far from worthless. Its historic role in the evolution of UK coinage and its distinct design give it real charm. Even in dirty or circulated condition, it represents a tangible piece of British monetary history that collectors appreciate. If you find one in your change, don't toss it aside, clean it gently, store it carefully, and remember, every coin tells a story. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed learning about the 1992 10 pence coin, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more videos about rare and valuable UK coins. Who knows, your next coin find might be worth far more than you think.